Yeah, I know. It's 85 degrees outside and I have a flannel on. I'm just excited about fall and I can't wait for summer to end. Okay, news time. Hey Fragrance family, I'm David, I'm a fragrance bro. Of course, your best source for everything fragrance related. Today we have the news. It's been a few weeks, so I'm gonna catch up on some things. Some of these things you probably already have heard about. And of course, if you like this type of content, feel free to subscribe down below and click that little bell so you get a notification every time I make an upload. Now today's news comes from Now Smell This and Fragrantica, like usual. And as usual, it's gonna be pretty off the cuff and just kind of go through some of the bullet points of the news here. Now before we get started, of course, I want to plug my other channel, Beast Made Reviews. I have a lot of content on there, have a lot of good reviews that have already been posted and some that are on the way, of course. So if you don't know that I have a second channel, go check that out. It's where I review a whole bunch of quality products at different price points. I think you might like it, so definitely go check it out. And this flannel that I'm wearing is called the Crater shirt, and it's from Taylor Stitch, which sent this to me for review. I have a lot of shirts from them and I love them, so definitely check them out. All right, so let's go ahead and get straight to the news. First on the list is Musk Cologne by Bortnik. They actually contacted me and they're sending me a couple of fragrances for review, and I believe that this one is one of them. I have to go check, see the DMs, I forgot. But I think this is one of them, so I'll have a review of that coming up. This is, of course, a citrus cologne. It's supposed to have a woody edge with a little bit of a smoky essence in there from what I read here. Notes in this are bergamot, lemon, tangerine, and sweet orange, green tea, lily of the valley, magnolia, tuberose, ylang ylang, deer musk, sandalwood, and guaiac wood. Sounds great. Really excited about that. Victor & Rolf has a new flower bomb flanker called Bombalicious, and it's supposed to bring a citrusy edge to the original sweet floral fragrance. By Kilian just released Rolling in Love, which is a perfume, I think, more for women, and it was designed to be an addictive, intimate cocoon. They say there's narcotic flowers in here, and it's a gourmand perfume that evokes the scent of skin musk. Mugler announced their new fragrance, Innocent Rock, which is a flanker to the 2008 Innocent, and it's supposed to have notes of rose and lychee, and it's supposed to bring an electric freshness. Another new one by Mugler is Mugler Ombre Redoutable, which is part of their Les Exceptions line. This is kind of their boutique niche style line. And this one is supposed to be warm and ambery. Now here's one you probably already have heard about already. It is a Dior Sauvage Parfum, which is supposed to be an even more concentrated version of Dior. Some of the notes in this are bergamot, spicy mandarin, sandalwood from Sri Lanka, tonka, frankincense, and vanilla. It's definitely going to have a vanilla oriental kind of undertone there. We'll see how this is. Definitely a review coming on this one. Speaking of Dior, there's another one by Dior, and that is Joy by Dior Intense. Now, Dior Intense, of course, is the house that is a flanker to the original house of Dior. I hate how they name this stuff. But yeah, it's Joy Intense is what it is. They say it's supposed to be an explosion of flowers and a concentrate of joy. Another fragrance you've probably heard of is K by Dolce Gabbana, which is another masculine fragrance. Boring looking bottle, but a really cool cap. It looks kind of like a run-of-the-mill citrus, spicy, woody scent. Some of the notes in this are orange, lemon, citrus notes, pimento, juniper berries, vetiver, cedar, and patchouli. We'll see. K. Another one by Dior is another one in their private collection, their Privé collection, and that one is Spice Blend. Spice Blend is supposed to be inspired by Bayram, the classic aftershave, apparently invented by pirates. Some have asked if this is supposed to be kind of a redo of Ombre Nuit. Looking from the notes, does not look like that at all. Some of the notes in this are rum, black pepper, pink pepper, ginger, cinnamon, bay leaves, clove, nutmeg, and coriander. That looks very spicy. It's gonna be a spicy. Demeter came out with a new fragrance called Monk Fruit. I'll give you one guess what it smells like. John Varvatos is coming out with the new JV NJ fragrance, Nick Jonas collaboration. It's called JV NJ Silver. Having tried the first two, I'm not even interested in this one, so I'm definitely skipping this one. Kenneth Cole is coming out with Mankind Legacy, which is the newest in their Mankind collection. And this one is supposed to have icy aromatic notes that contrast with the rich woody structure. Bulgari is coming out with a new fragrance called M Corellia. It's supposed to be inspired by red Mediterranean coral found in caves around Sardinia. And the fragrance is supposed to be centered around the note of osmanthus. Frederic Malle is coming out with two new fragrances. The first one is Rose and Queer which was designed by Jean-Claude Ellena. It's obviously rose and leather, but some additional notes include vetiver, pepper, and cedar. The next one is called The Moon, and that one is part of their Desert Gems collection, which obviously looks inspired by the Middle East, and it features notes of frankincense, and it's made by perfumer Julien Rasquinet. Clive Christian is coming out with 2 new fragrances, one for men, one for women, called 20 Iconic. The women's version is an amber floral, and the men's version is a woody citrus. And apparently there's a third version as well that I didn't know about called Bays Rose Iconic Elixir, which is a woody oriental. Yves Saint Laurent is coming out with Libre, which is supposed to be a woman's fragrance, but is using a fougere note, which is typically associated with men's fragrances. Jimmy Choo is coming out with Jimmy Choo Urban Hero, has notes of lemon caviar, which is one thing, black pepper, rosewood, vetiver, amber, and leather. London-based house Gallivant, which I haven't tried yet, is coming out with a new fragrance called Los Angeles. It's supposed to be inspired by Los Angeles, of course, and is a hot and sensual woody floral cooled with a marine breeze. I need to try this line for sure. We knew they would do it. Lacoste is coming out with Lacoste Parfum Timeless, which is a flanker of Lacoste Parfum. Guaranteed to not be timeless. It's a woody floral fragrance, which was designed by Olivier Cresp, which that is a silver lining there. Cosmopolitan magazine has announced a new line of fragrances called Eau De Juice. All the bottles look like juice boxes, which is a really cool idea. They are 100% chilled, extra concentrated, love unfiltered. These are all the names of the fragrances, by the way, and pure sugar. So 4 fragrances total. Le Labo is coming out with 2 new fragrances. That is Tabac 28 and Bigorade 18. I am not personally excited about those, but I know a lot of people who are. Tabac 28, of course, is tobacco centered, and Bigorade is centered on neroli and bergamot. The flanker line that will not die, Issey Miyake, is coming out with a new fragrance called Issey Miyake Nuit d'Issey Pulse of the Night. It is a spicy leatherwood fragrance. Louis Vuitton is coming out with a new fragrance called Coeur Battant. It's a woody floral fragrance that has notes of pear, jasmine, ambrette seed, cascalone, narcissus, moss, and patchouli. Salvatore Ferragamo is coming out with Signorina Rebelle, which is a flanker to Signorina, which came out in 2012. This one has notes of mandarin, pear, pink pepper, frangipani, ylang ylang, jasmine, coconut milk, sandalwood, and vanilla gelato. Penhaligon's has a new fragrance called Babylon, which is part of their Trade Routes collection. Some of the notes include saffron, nutmeg, sandalwood, and vanilla. Laboratorio Olfattivo, the Italian niche line, is coming out with a new line of fragrances that is their Masters collection. They're all made by Jean-Claude Ellena. They are Balliflora, which is centered on the note of lily, Tuberosus, which is centered on tuberose, Tantrico, which is centered on sandalwood, and Vetiverso, which is centered on vetiver. With that, I'd like to thank my sponsor, Fragrance X. Fragrance X is an online retailer that sells thousands of legitimate fragrances for a discounted price. If you're considering buying a fragrance, definitely check out Fragrance X. I'll have a link down below to them as well as a coupon. And that is all the news I have for you today. So what are your favorites from today? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Did I miss anything? Let me know. Of course, if you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. I love you for it. I'll see you next time. I'm Dave with the Fragrance Bros. Bye.